Stop outsourcing you and focus on your brand, and instead put your business on autopilot. Hi, I'm Lucy Griffiths, and I love to outsource. I love to put my business on autopilot, but I don't outsource my brand personality. I don't outsource what I do and say on social media, in my emails, in my sales pages. Because when you start outsourcing your personality, that is the way that you communicate on social media. So in the online world, the only thing we have is how we show up on video, how we show up on social media, or in our emails. That's when people get to know you. And so if you start outsourcing that, it's very difficult for people to get your brand voice. And so instead, they become like a sort of wishy-washy, non-version of you. And you lose that engagement, you lose that personality. There was a time when I did outsource things. So I understand it when you think, okay, I want to outsource this. And I remember I was paying somebody like £30 an hour to write comments for me on my social media. But the comments weren't me. And half the time I'd be reading them and re-editing what the comments were, because they'd be talking about, I don't drink, and they'd be talking about like getting drunk or something. And I'd be thinking, I don't drink. And so I cut it all back. I stopped outsourcing me. And instead, I was like, you know what? If I've got time to post, I'm going to post. And so I don't schedule posts. I literally show up as me. So I will show up on LinkedIn every single day, and I am consistent with engagement and showing up with a community feel. So I will comment on posts, and I've built a community. And so I will spend at least half an hour a day on LinkedIn, probably a little more. If I get time later in the day, I'll go back and add some more comments to people that I've built a community with. And then if I have time, I will also post onto Instagram, and that goes to Facebook. If I don't have time, or my post on LinkedIn doesn't really work on Facebook, I'm not going to post it. And I don't worry about it. I don't beat myself up. That's just how it is. So for me, that's okay, because actually I get a much better return on investment of my energy, of my time, and my financial benefit by showing up with authenticity and consistency on LinkedIn, where I've built a community of people who want to buy from me. So it's not just about viewers, it's actually they're wanting to hand over their hard-earned cash and pay me for my services. And so that makes a difference. A few years ago, I remember where I would outsource and get somebody to do my Instagram, and I might give them a bunch of comments and write some, and I remember there was a time when I wrote like a month or 2 months worth of social media posts for Facebook or Instagram. But it was so bland and insipid and not real that it runs out of steam. So what I say to you is, get rid of the blandness, get rid of all of that blah, and just go all in on being you and showing up as you, rather than the insipid, watered down version of you. If you were meeting somebody in a networking event, or you had to go to a business meeting, you wouldn't want to outsource your personality, and you wouldn't want to sort of, say, okay, I'll wear a beige suit and I'll just be a sort of bland version of me because that's comfortable. You would want to show up as the very best version of you and your bright and bubbly and sparky self. It's the same thing on LinkedIn. So stop outsourcing you. There are better things to outsource than your personality. Don't dilute your brand. Your brand is not just your colors and your logo. It is more about you and your sparkly gorgeousness, you as an individual who is amazing and wonderful. And the more that you can share that with the world, the more successful you are going to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. I share lots of tips and strategies to help you build and grow your online business, and also build your confidence so you can confidently show up in the world. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye bye.